Hello everyone, welcome to the Oasis Healing Temple. Thank you for joining me today. So for today's reading, I wanted to get some messages from Mother Earth to see what guidance she has to offer up, what inspiration, and maybe some ideas on the path that you're on. We are entering the spring, so maybe there's some ideas on seeds to plant and germinate. And let's go ahead and get your significator cards to help you choose the pile or piles that have messages for you. Okay, pile number 1. Pile number 2, please. Pretty. Pile number 3. Okay. Alright, these are the 3 piles. So pile number 1, we have Master Saint Germain with Transmutation, and that is with the Lapis Dolphin. Pile number 2, we have Mother Breath of Life with Breath and this Rainbow Aura Quartz Sphere, or Rainbow Titanium actually. And pile number 3, we have the Luminous One, Illumination, and that is with the Tiger Eye Acorn. Okay, these are the pile choices for today. Pause the video if you need more time to meditate. The timestamps will be in the description box below, and I'll see you all at your readings. Welcome to your reading, pile number 1. You were drawn to Master Saint Germain Transmutation with the Lapis Dolphin. And the card says, step into the violet flame to clear past errors, freedom, justice, and new life are assured. So with this card coming out, Saint Germain is the keeper of the violet flame, and the violet flame is it is a spiritual tool that you can use to cleanse and purify your energetic body, your emotional body, your mental body, etc. It helps remove blockages, any old energies, old thought forms, old emotions that are preventing you from moving forward. So it helps you to release patterns of behavior or ideas or tapes that we play in our mind, so that you can cleanse and purify your energetic field so that new information can come in. It's almost like he helps you with your upgrade. So if you see ourselves as computers, which I've said in several of my readings, just as an analogy, you have old programs that are running in the background that you get from childhood. And it's the belief systems that your parents had or that society had, and they get passed down and enforced on us by our parents. And as we get older, we start to, have issues in our lives where those belief systems, that patterning, that structure, they're no longer serving us. They don't quite fit in with our life, who we've become through our life experiences. And so they can be running in the background, and we're completely unaware that they're affecting our day-to-day lives. So when we take the time to go within and understand where our thoughts come from, where our emotions come from, we can better, it's like defragging the computer and the system, like what programs are running in the background that are very outdated and old. They need to be wiped out, cleansed, purified, so that we can be upgraded and have new programs installed, right? So when you work with the violet flame, it purifies and cleanses the old, outdated belief systems or any energy blockages that are preventing you from moving forward on your path. And when you work with Master Saint Germain, he is also, another of his incarnations is Archangel Zadkiel, Zadkiel, I think that's how you spell it. And they are the keepers of the flame. It's like the same soul incarnation. And what you can do is say things like, I am the violet flame, I am the purity of the divine, I am the light of the divine, I am cleansed and purified by the violet flame, I am the violet flame. You know, you can just say it several times after you invoke their energies or their service and ask to work with them. And he will help you cleanse and purify. It's like this purple fire that surrounds your energetic field, and visualizing that is also another tool to help you work with this energy. So Mother Earth is wanting you to cleanse and purify any of those outdated programs that you have that are running in the background that are preventing you from enjoying life. Because we have the Dolphin, and Dolphin is very connected to the inner child. They're very playful in spirit, and I feel like maybe you are somebody who is very, I don't know, hardworking, maybe stuck in a rut, feeling trapped, or, you know, not really getting to enjoy much of your life. Maybe you don't have a lot of play. And so if you go in and understand where this mindset comes from, where these programs come from, you will better understand how to implement these changes in your life, you know, where to even begin. And I can tell you is to go into your heart space first and to find that balance. I love that he has the cross here because that's drawing me in at the moment. So the cross that sits across the chest here, this represents, you know, spirit and the physical realm, the masculine and the feminine, the balance of giving and receiving, of connecting to the spiritual realm, the mind, and the physical body, and Mother Earth. So these have to be in balanced, and there may be some energies that aren't balanced in your energy system that need to come into alignment. So, and he's going to help you work with that. Let's see what other wisdom Mother Earth wants to offer you. We have choose your intention with emerald. Ooh, look at all these eyes that are coming through here. And we have this cat. So this is the heart space here. Emerald is very connected to the heart chakra. It helps heal the heart chakra. You're being asked to go within your heart and see things from a different perspective. Not from a mental perspective, but from your heart, from understanding your emotions. And we have this lantern here, and it's about illuminating the shadows, illuminating the inner world so that you can understand the programs, the ideas, the thoughts, the belief systems that are running in the background that you may be unaware of. This is about spending time with yourself and going within and trying to understand, illuminate your shadows, maybe the fears that you may have. Yeah, we have the little kitty cat. You know, and cats they travel between the physical and the spiritual realm. And they are very spiritual, very connected, very protective animals. Some of you may have cats as one of your little animal totems, your little animal friends at your home. I'm not even sure what this one is on there. Is it a worm? I don't know. I'm not sure what this one is. I kind of feel like this one's a cat, this one's a tiger, and this one reminds me of like an iguana or a chameleon. Yeah, maybe a chameleon. Being adaptable. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's keep going. So yeah, I feel like there's some things that need illuminating. There's things in the subconscious mind, some shadows that need to be illuminated so that you have more understanding, more clarity. If there are worlds within you, I love it, the garden court. It's about understanding your inner compass, your inner world, your inner map, what programs are running in the background, what are you growing, what are you nurturing within. Okay, now let's put this one up here, I said. Because our beliefs are what we create in our reality. And if we have beliefs that are running in the background, we are creating our own, you know, I want to say discontent in the world around us. The things that we're unhappy with, where we feel stuck, where we feel trapped, or we feel like we aren't allowed to enjoy life. We're kind of being forced to be in this role of work, work, work. There's not enough time to play. Or if I take time out, then these things won't get done. You know, that money don't grow on trees kind of mentality, and you got to work hard for everything, which comes from a place of unworthiness, and a little bit of fear drives that type of energy, because it makes you feel like if you were to enjoy life, that you wouldn't be able to accomplish your goals, and that's not true. We have to have that balance, because if you don't have time to rest and take a break, how are you going to be opening the channels to receive, you know, your blessings, to receive the love that you give, you know? If you're always in the energy of pushing and doing and growing, there's no resting, there's no receiving, there's no play, there's no fun, there's no enjoyment. It's just always work and go, and you know, you find that burnout energy where you're just like, everything I do, I can't push forward in any kind of way, you know? And that's because you're not seeing something. You have to take a break, pause, re-energize, recalibrate, recenter yourself so that you can take stock of what is serving you, what's not serving you, what can you let go of, and what do you need to implement moving forward. You know, it's that course correction. That's why Mercury retrograde, which we're in at the moment, is so beneficial, because it allows us to be more reserved, more I know a lot of people have a hard time with Mercury retrograde because it seems like everything goes haywire, and you know, people miscommunicate and everything, because they're trying to keep the energy like moving forward and like a fast pace. And Mercury retrograde, Mercury itself is one of the fastest planets, right? It goes around the sun the fastest, and it's a communicator, so it's mental energy, mental stimulation. And we're used to that. We're used to just going and driving that energy. And when Mercury goes retrograde, it's almost like everybody doesn't know how to act. Things just kind of fly out their mouth. There's no pause. There's no reflection. And that's the point of Mercury retrograde, is to take a pause, to reflect, to reset, to review, to reanalyze, to stop and take a moment to look at our lives and see how far we come. And, you know, do we need to adjust anything? What worked, what doesn't work? You know, there's parts of our lives that we're not participating in because we're so involved in one area, and like, are we single focused on one thing and we're not giving enough of our attention in these other aspects of our lives? You know, it's finding that balance. Like, yes, if you're a parent, you have obligations and responsibilities to your children, but you also have an obligation and responsibility to yourself, because what good are you going to be, and what example are you setting for your children if you aren't taking time out to love yourself and nurture yourself? You want them to do that for themselves as well. You want to teach them how to nurture themselves, how to pause, how to take time to rest and just enjoy being in that space of receiving and, you know, playness, where you enjoy life and everything isn't just about working or earning money and, you know, trying to climb that ladder. There's more to life than just that, you know. But we don't really engage in those energies if we don't take the time to do it. And I feel like Mother Earth is urging you to spend a little more time playing, enjoying life, understanding why you have certain thoughts and beliefs that you have. We have blossoming spirit. Okay. great that we're here around spring, so something is awakening within you. Yeah, we have these eyes coming out. You're starting to bloom. You're starting to wake up. We have tsunami wake-up call. There may be some emotions that start to surface for you. There may have been emotions that have come up for you to process, to understand, to analyze, to cleanse and purify out of the body. Yeah, there's an emotional purge taking place right now. You get a lot of shifts, a lot of changes are taking place. Yeah, maybe you have seen something, you've observed something within, some emotions that you have, and you realize that they aren't coming from a place of faith and truth. They may be coming from a place of fear and doubt, right? We have summer solstice, radiance. Woohoo, that's positive energy. So, blossoming spirit and the summer solstice. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be more optimistic. You maybe are becoming more optimistic through this transformation, through this awakening that's taking place. Your light's going to be restored. You're going to be shining brighter. That's what happens when you work with the violet flame. It transmutes the darkness, the heaviness, the shadows, the doubts, the fears, and it brings in more light, more awareness, more perception, more understanding. You feel more centered in your truth. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of heart healing here. Follow the moon. Okay. That's the moon's connected to our emotions. It also helps illuminate things that are hidden from us, hidden in our mind, hidden in our subconscious. And it's number, this is 15. Yes. Okay, so 6. So that's about love and home, your comfort zone. Yeah, emotional cleansing and purification. You're bringing healing to that sacral chakra, to the emotional body. I was picking that up over there. We have let the emotions flow. You can't make this stuff up. And that one is a 23. So 5, lots of changes. Yeah, look at this purification. Purification by water. Learning to nurture yourself, love yourself, comfort yourself. Yeah, we got this dragon up here. And that's wisdom. That's ancient wisdom. Reclaiming your wisdom. Seeing the truth. Let's see, she's holding her. Yeah. Comforting yourself, loving yourself, nurturing yourself. It's time for you to spend time, you know, taking care of your needs, allowing yourself to bloom. We got the rebirth card with the butterfly. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have the brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. I love it. Yes, that cleansing, purifying energy is going to help you give birth to new light, to more wisdom, more understanding, more of who you truly are. And we've got dog with friend. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and a friend. I love that. See, and that's the thing. Sometimes we're unaware of our choices and that we do have other choices. We don't have to be stuck in a cycle. We don't have to be stuck in a routine. We don't have to be stuck and feel limited. We're only limited because we perceive ourselves as limited because of our belief systems. And when you get in there and start rewriting your own programs, you realize that there's so many opportunities. You make a choice like every second of the day. You choose to say yes or no, and then every time you make a new choice, it's like a whole new, you know, reality that you're creating for yourself through those choices. So I love that we have the cat and the dog coming out here. You know, dogs are they're guardians. They're also protectors, but they're more like the guardians. And it's also really neat because there's a connection here to Sirius. So some of you who relate to starseeds and everything like that, we have Sirius coming through with the dolphin and the dog. You know, it's the dog star Sirius. So some of you may have a resonance with that star, and I feel like they are communicating to you, maybe in your sleep, and offering you this upgrade, this healing and cleansing. Let's see what the final card is. Spark of Divine. I recognize the divine spark within me and recognize I am part of all of creation. I feel like, yeah, this is you opening up that crown chakra and feeling that connection to the divine. I wonder if that relates to the dog here and the star that's coming out. Let me make sure this is on camera. No, it's not. Sorry. Put it over here with Saint Germain. Oh yeah, I like it over here with Saint Germain because it reminds you to work with that flame to restore your flame, to restore your light, your passions, your inspiration. I feel like you're going to be receiving more of that healing in your heart space where you're going to feel more passionate about life again. You're going to have those energy blockages removed. So you're going to have that freedom of choice, setting yourself free from limitation or feeling trapped or stuck, you know, and not being the person who's just observing everybody else around you having fun and enjoying life. You're going to start enjoying life more. All right, let's see. I got these crystal cards. I wanted to get y'all a couple of these to just kind of give you some guidance and support more from the inner earth. Maybe you might be asked to work with these crystals if you feel called to. Reminder, I do have a crystal shop, so if you don't have stones or if you're in need of any more crystals, I have a Facebook group, Oasis Sacred Spaces Pop-Up Rock Shop, and we offer all different kinds. All the ones that you see on my channel are ones that we carry in the store. Ooh, there we go. So we have 3 that want to work with you. Beautiful. We have agate, stability, grounding, and truth. Ooh, confirmation. Agate is a stabilizing stone used to balance the mind, body, and spirit, creating harmony in all areas of your life, much like the patterns of the crystal itself. Grounding and supportive, agate helps to reveal inner truths, cleansing beneath the surface to expose your authentic self. A wonderful stone to heal resentment. Agate frees you from the self-imprisonment of inner anger, replacing it with safety and security. Agate takes its time, vibrating at a slow and steady pace, and encourages you to take as much time as you need for the matter at hand. I love that. Be patient with yourself, taking time out. That comes with you nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, putting your needs as a priority. And have patience as you transmute these old programs, because there's something that have been running in the background for years, you know, so it's going to take time to filter them all out. Don't be too harsh on yourself if you find yourself getting back into that old routine, you know, before you catch yourself doing it again. You know, it's going to take you time to rewrite those programs. You know, the more you catch it, that's progress. You just got to keep catching it before you get too comfortable in it again, okay? Got to keep that endurance, keep that fire going. We have Golden Healer, abundance, expansion, and golden rays. Universal life force flows strongly with the Golden Healer. With an exceedingly high vibration, Golden Healer carries bioscalar waves, an abundant form of power that increases in spatial mass. This potent energy can expand awareness across multiple dimensions. And I feel like this garden quartz is like an image that I'm seeing. It transforms your vibration all the way down to the cells in your body. Connected to the solar plexus, the stone allows the highest form of healing for your identity and self-worth, releasing ancestral trauma that may have affected you and been passed down through your family lineage. Look at that. Confirmation here. Cleanse out them old patterns. Definitely working with these crystals are going to help you. And build that confidence and self-worth. You are worthy of receiving. Finally, we have Rainbow Obsidian, Hope, Depth, and Evolution. Within the darkness, there is always light. With Rainbow Obsidian's dark exterior, when Rainbow Obsidian's dark exterior is exposed in light, colorful bands highlight the stone's beauty. Rainbow Obsidian is a gentle stone, showing you unhealed matters of the heart and bringing hidden wounds to the surface for ultimate healing. Rainbow Obsidian takes you on a journey of evolution, of opening your heart and discovering your true purpose in this life. Able to assist in cutting cords, Rainbow Obsidian floods you with light and love, forgiving yourself and others in the process. Beautiful. Look at that. All right, so these are crystals that are wanting to work with you to help you through the process of transmutation so you can step into your purpose, your soul purpose, your authentic self, so that you can be more balanced in your giving and receiving, your doing and your resting, helping you to remember your identity, your self-worth, your self-care practices, encouraging you to, take time for yourself and to be gentle with yourself as you move forward. Let go of any of these old programs that have been passed on for generations that you may not have been aware of. But the more you take time to nurture yourself and comfort yourself and go within, you'll start discovering the truth. You'll start seeing how you've been allowing yourself to be stuck in a pattern because of old belief systems that aren't really yours. They've just been, what's been acceptable and passed on for generations now. All right, pile number 1, this was your reading. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you if you feel like sharing your story in the comments below. Or if you don't know what to say, just let me know pile number 1 resonated with you. I'm sending y'all so much love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome to your reading, pile number 2. Everyone who chose the Mother Breath of Life with the Rainbow Titanium Sphere. So the card says breathe, take a moment, breathe deeply, relax, connect your spirit and your body. And what this card represents is you're being asked to take a pause, to breathe. Mother Earth is asking you to be more in the present moment. Do some breath work. When you learn to work with your breath, there is an inhale and there is a pause. There's a moment before the exhale. And in that pause is where the magic happens. That is the moment of stillness, the moment before manifestation. When we work with the breath, it actually is a tool to help us cleanse, to purify, to be more present in the moment, to be more reflective. Yeah, breathe. Breathe deeply and relax your mind and your body. Our breath is what animates our human form, our physical body. And when we work with the breath can be used as a tool to cleanse any negative thoughts. It can be help us to release any fearful emotions that we may have, or even to help us feel, like when you're going through a stressful situation and let's say you're at work and there's just like a lot of, let's say you're somebody who works as a cashier or something, or you take food orders and there's like a line of people, and when you look up it just feels like very overwhelming because you see like what's ahead, and everybody's trying to hurry up and get their lunch. They gotta go back to work. This is their lunch break or whatnot, and you just feel completely overwhelmed. And if you take that moment, like when you start feeling your mind getting away with you and all that anxiety is creeping in, come back to your center by just taking a deep breath. You know, it's just, and it just brings you back to the present moment. You know, it gives you more power, more strength. It, you know, it like empowers you to handle the situation and what you're going through. It brings you back to the present moment versus that future. And when I look at this card, I see a lot of, I feel like you're somebody who has a lot of wisdom. You may have some old patterns that have been passed down to you genetically, like some old ways of seeing things, old ways of navigating through the world. And I feel like Mother Earth is about to illuminate some truths for you. There's going to be some healing that comes in, especially since we have, you know, breathe deeply, connect to your soul, connect back to your heart space, to your truth. There may be some old energies, old stories, old emotions, feelings, fears, traumas that need to be cleansed out of the body here, because we have the DNA and the double helix here, and we got the pyramid. So I feel like there's some really old ancient patterns or programming that needs to be cleansed and transmuted, and working with that breath can help purify the mind. It can purify the emotional body, bring you more into the present moment where you have more power, where you feel more secure, you feel more in your center, more able to create your manifestations, your dreams, your desires. Yeah, what do you want to create? What is your truth? Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a whole lot of awakening, a lot of illumination for you. A lot of truths being revealed. Yeah, we have the light coming in on the board for you as well. So there's some light that's going to be shining in, some information coming into that crown chakra, this opening of the third eye where you start to see things, you start to see the patterns, you start to see the programs, the behavior traits that have been passed on, even the emotional body that needs, you know, the correction and the rebalancing. Yeah, this is all genetic, things that have been passed down. And some of them are even a part of your incarnations, where you have these old patterns that you've been carrying forward from your past lifetimes and incarnations, and you've been dealing with these cycles, you know, for such a long time. And it's time for you to illuminate them and transform them. Look, we have Black Tourmaline, Transmutation. Yeah, I feel like you have not had an easy life. Like you have had to, I want to say struggle, but you know, sometimes it can be a struggle to find your footing, to find solid ground. Maybe everything that you've been trying to work towards and you just haven't been seeming to get anywhere, you know, like you put in all this work, you put in all this effort, and you just don't seem to be able to manifest your desires. But this is all changing. I feel like we have these seeds of intent that are being dispersed. So I feel like there's something that you're wanting to manifest, but there's some healing that needs to take place. Something needs to be transformed and transmuted. And transmuted means we take one energy and we apply like its opposite to it. So you've been doing things one way and it's not getting you the results you're looking for. That means there's something that needs to change. We need to try a different method. And where there is lack, we need to install, you know, feelings of worthiness and, you know, having versus unworthiness and fear and doubt. Yeah, and with the, you know, black tourmaline is a great crystal to work with because it transmutes negative energies and turns them into positive energies. You know, it helps split the energies, but it's very good for cleansing and healing and purifying the body. We have this dandelion that's growing here, and you know, dandelions can grow, you know, in poor soil. They're very adaptable to their environment. They're able to grow from, you know, harsh circumstances, harsh environments. So if you, in your childhood, it wasn't very suitable for growth, but you found a way to grow anyway, you know, to shine your light. And I feel like you're being asked to stand in your truth, the truth of who you are, somebody who's very strong, very independent, and you didn't have all the best opportunities, but you found a way to make it work for you. And you're being asked to let go of any of those old thoughts and programs and perceptions that you have that maybe limit you and limit your perception. Step up to sovereignty. Okay, so this is about, you know, having your words match your actions. Not just speak about it, but to do it, you know, be about it. This is your truth, knowing your truth, sovereignty in your relationships, not needing approval from anybody else, or not needing somebody to hold your hand through a process. It's nice to have, you know, friendship and companionship, but not to be dependent on another to meet your needs. It is learning how to become independent and stand in your truth and know that you are worthy, and know that you are here to be like the creator and the ruler of your own reality, and that you are the caretaker of not only like yourself, but those around you, those in your family, of Mother Nature. Yeah, and it's time for you to be more, to know your truth, to illuminate your shadows, you know, to hold your light, to have faith, to have courage. Yeah, your third eye chakra. Got a lot of awakening that may be taking place for you. Maybe you're starting to see things from a different perception. You're starting to awaken to your truth, using your voice, speaking your truth, coming into alignment with your truth, walking your spiritual path, not just be, you know, speaking about the spiritual, but actually becoming that version of yourself, your true self, your crowning glory here with this crown and tiara. Yeah, something's blooming within. I feel like your wisdom, your truth is about to be illuminated. Infinite bliss. Ooh, it's about a rebirth here. Being reborn in the mother's womb, you know, the balance of the masculine and feminine energies, because we have this blue fire. And that is the water and the fire blending together to create something new. You got lots of growth. There's a lot of growth that's taking place within your heart and in your mind. Yeah, we have number 22. This is a healing, relationship healing. Not only the relationship with yourself, but the relationship that you have, maybe with Spirit, with Mother Earth, with your guides, potential family members. Making peace with the past, yeah, so that you can transform and bloom. I feel like there's been a lot of healing work that you have been doing on yourself. Yeah, some of you have been working on yourself. You've been healing. You've been learning your truth, weeding out these old programs and thoughts, and you're stepping into your divinity and claiming your divinity. You're not somebody who just talks about it. You are somebody who is about it. You know, you are somebody that people look up to, and admire, because you haven't had the easy life. You weren't, you didn't have this privileged life. You grew from something that was a very harsh environment, that didn't have a very nurturing home life, and you still grew no matter what. You didn't let it hold you back. And now you are blooming, you're transforming, you're growing something within. I feel like there's something, an intention that you have, an idea that you're wanting to create. And it's something that comes from your heart, something you're very excited about. Oh, look, we got the Song of Creation. Confirmation. There's something that you're manifesting that comes from your heart space. You've been visualizing it, you've been manifesting it, you're guided by the higher realms to bring this forth to the collective. Yeah, it's something new, something original. Yeah, you've been nurturing it, maybe nurturing yourself as well. That mothering energy here. Yeah, you got a lot of feminine energy coming through your cards here. Being reborn through the divine feminine, standing into your Empress Goddess energy. You've been healing the sacral chakra. I feel like there's a lot of healing in the root chakra here as well. And the third eye, your mind. So it could be like your perceptions of yourself, your truth, who you are. All those old programs from the past, you've been weeding them out and creating that sacred space within your own being and learning to feel confident in yourself and who you are. We have meadow, vulnerability. Yep, opening that heart chakra, allowing yourself to be seen, allowing yourself to flourish, to grow, to expand. We have winter solstice reflection. Okay, we're coming into spring. Yeah, so you may have been doing this work over the winter time. I feel like you have been working on, those old programs so that you learn how to create from a space within your own mind and your own heart, and rooting yourself in this manifestation so that you can see it reflected in the reality around you, so that you change the mirror, you transmute the energies, knowing that whatever you grow and believe within your own being, in your heart and soul, that is what's going to be reflected in the world around you. You are working with the divine to create a manifestation here in the 3D. Reveal your truth. Yeah, that's that vulnerability, being able to take the mask off of who you are, how you're supposed to be in society's standards, how we're all supposed to be seen, and you're like, this is my truth, this is who I am, this is who I'm gonna be, this is who I've always been. I'm not here to please you or seek your approval and your validation. This is who I am. I love me. I validate my worth, my truth, my beauty, my uniqueness. I'm not here to be like everybody else and fit into your mold. I'm here to break that mold, that old programming, that pattern, and I'm here to bring in a new wave of energy, to remind others of our individualness, of our sovereignty, of our right to rule our own inner kingdom, to have our own connection to Source, to God, to Mother Earth, and that it all begins within our own being. Ooh, you got miracles with Hummingbird. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. Ooh, yay. You're here to spread the good news, to share the good news, to help others, to free others from the mental prison that they hold themselves in. I love that the light is just ever increasing. The light is ever growing, and it is so metaphoric for what's happening in society today. The illusions are being shattered. The truth is being revealed. People are listening to their hearts more than just, believing what we're told. Learning to use our intuition and tap back into our intuition, to the feminine energy, and like waking up to the truth. And you are somebody, I feel like this manifestation is about to be, manifest for you. So we have the miracle card coming out. And you yourself are somebody who helps remind others of their strength and to be true to who they are and to sing their own unique soul song and to listen to their heart and find the things that they're passionate about. We have Pathfinder with the wolf. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. I love that. Bringing it back full circle here. You are somebody who has gone through, the mud. But you still held on to your truth. You still held on to your light. You still kept your heart open. And you are a true testament of somebody who practices what they preach. You're somebody that, a leader that others could follow, that they look up to and admire. And you are somebody who can lead others and help other individuals. And I feel like that is, who you are at your core. Very strong person. Your final card says celebrate life. I love it. This is like the wheel of life here, You are beginning a new journey. You're awakening. You're being reborn. This is a new version of yourself. I celebrate every day by honoring and respecting all life on Mother Earth. And Mother Earth sees you, sees your heart. The Mother Creator, the Mother Earth, she is definitely sending you lots of love. And you have the hummingbird twice here. And we have the eagle, the wolf again, a tiger, very strong and courageous person, and you see things from a different perspective. You have that higher vision. Yeah, in all of these rooms, you're an old soul, pile number 2. A lot of blessings coming in for you. A lot of manifestations about to occur, this new beginning. It's time for you to celebrate life, celebrate all that you have been through, this accomplishment. You're about to receive your crown, this illumination, this light that is being, reflected from the inside out. Others are drawn to you. Yeah, I feel like you are a natural healer. And it's because you've done the work on yourself, and that's what makes you such a wise leader for others to follow. Okay, I'm going to get you a couple of these crystal cards. I feel like we would want to work with some inner earth energies. These may be crystals that want to work with you. Crystals are like earth angels, and they're here to help us anchor in and hold on to certain frequencies in our bodies, or restore frequencies in our bodies to help us find our balance. So I'm going to get you a couple that want to work with you. Okay. You also have 3. Alright, so the first one that came out, the red jasper, says justice, strength, and stability. You are meant to be a leader. Red jasper works closely with the base chakra and heals any wounds surrounding injustice, grounding you back to the earth. Red jasper alleviates chronic worry, clearing mental blockages to make space for balanced emotions and thoughts. Working with the base chakra, red jasper can also help heal issues related to sex, inviting you to explore your sexuality in healthy ways. Providing stability and protection, red jasper balances the yin and the yang, expressing masculine and feminine energies that feel safe yet nourished. Oh, beautiful. I love that we have the balance of the masculine and feminine coming out here. So there may have been some woundings in the root and the sacral chakra, the masculine and feminine energies. And so that could be what was coming through here with the transmutation and the healing that needs to take place. There's a little bit of energy still in the root chakra, but ultimately you will find your, your bliss, this new beginning. You already are in the new beginning. We have purple tourmaline. Ooh, I didn't even know there was purple tourmaline. We have grounding, protection, and serenity. Purple tourmaline gets straight to the heart of the matter, dispelling any negativity around core wounds, especially issues carried over from past lives. Purple tourmaline is a great protector and can create a shield between you and alien invasion, possession, and unwanted attachments. And when I say alien invasion, it's not necessarily aliens or extraterrestrials, although it can reference that, but it can also be about, trigger warning here, anybody who's experienced, any type of rape where your body was, manipulated, or, somebody entering your sacred temple without your permission, it's a great crystal that is wanting to work with you if that has ever happened. It is also great for shielding you from possession and unwanted attachments. And that can be negative influences, these old programs, that individual that was in your life, whoever this individual was taking advantage of you. It helps you to cut the cords and removes them from your energetic field so that they're no longer influencing your mind and your emotional body. Definitely, any of you who have experienced that, my heart goes out to you. I want to suggest doing some cord cuttings if you're still having any of those energies coming up. So we have purple tourmaline removes illusion so that you can see reality for what it is without any judgment. This is where serenity and peace lie. When you are able to detach from external views, ground yourself with love, and trust that you are always protected. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, and the last one is beautiful card. We have fluorite. Organization, clear priorities. Structure can provide freedom, and fluorite helps organize your life from top to bottom. Heightening focus and releasing unnecessary stress, fluorite assists with bringing clarity into your life, lifting your mental capabilities for crystal clear intuition and empowered decision making. By taking your discernment up a notch, fluorite protects against bad influences and psychic manipulation. Fluorite grounds and lifts your energy, connecting your body to the earth and to higher spiritual awareness at the same time. Prioritize balance. So make sure that you're staying centered and staying balanced, and work with these crystals to help cut the cords, stay in your center and your truth, and work with them to help you purify and cleanse the aura so that any of these old mental influences and emotional pains don't continue to try and have rulership or dictatorship over the life that you've manifested for yourself. Okay? All right, pile number one, I'm going to go ahead and end your reading for today. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below if you feel like sharing your story. If you don't know what to say, just let me know pile number two resonated with you. I'd love to have you back for future readings. Sending y'all so much love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Yeah, and her third eye here has this star. And it has the, all the directions here. We have north, south, east, west, and all of the, southwest, northwest, east, west. I feel like you are very connected and very balanced and stable. Or Mother Earth. Yeah, I feel like Mother Earth is wanting you to know that you are somebody who is here to bring forth this very balanced, stable energy and this higher perspective that you carry within. You're somebody who's very, very loving and nurturing. Okay, let's see. What other information does Mother Earth want you to know? I wonder what that mudra means. This one. I'm not sure. If y'all know, comment below and let me know what these mudras are that she's holding, because I feel like these are significant. We have first the fire with Larimar. Okay, yeah, you're somebody who can see beneath the surface of things. Very grounded individual. Larimar is created from underwater volcanoes, and fire creates the earth. You know, from fire we have that new ground. So coming out with the luminous one, I feel like, yeah, you have been through the fire, through the flames of purification, and you are now stepping onto a new path, one that's more solid in your foundation. Yeah, we got this acorn, you know, and that is the seed of new life. It is the fruit of the tree, but it's also the seed that creates new life, right? So there's this juxtaposition here where we have the ending and the beginning at the same time. The cleansing and the purifying of the old and the beginning of the new. Yeah, and we have, you know, the fire and the water energy, this full balance of masculine and feminine, which is the Christ consciousness, the Christ energy, where it's not just one or the other, it's the unification of both working together in harmony and balance with one another, and that's how we create. Okay, also the connection to the root and the sacral chakra as well, which is our fire and water, is our earth and water centers. The solar plexus, where the light comes in, that is our central sun, that is our solar plexus, that is our energy, our masculine, our place of confidence and the place of action. Yeah, and I feel like there's something is erupting within you, something you're creating, something new. You're here to seed something new ideas. Fall apart with some towards. Oh, look at that. We have this. See the roots and the squirrel. There's a hibernation, and there's more seeds, more acorns here. We have these little worms, yeah, in the soil. There's something in the soil. Seeds, new seeds of intent, seeds of ideas. It's breaking apart the old energies, transforming and grounding that old perspective, those old programs, old ideas, maybe the purification of the emotional body. Learning to practice self-care, self-love, taking time out. Maybe you've been focusing on what it is that you want to create, the seed of intent that you have within you. Or you're being asked by Mother Earth to focus on your intentions, to nurture that seed, nurture your growth from within, create sacred space within your own body. Take what resonates for you, you know, in the current path that you're on at the time that you're tuning in. Because there's different energies coming through, but they're all really connected. It's about healing that root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus, big time. Working with those energies of grounding your higher self into the physical body, cleansing out that root, replanting and germinating seeds of intent for yourself with love and, you know, happiness and strength and courage and passion. sensuality, feeling safe in the body, feeling safe to rest. Ooh, we have fullness of life with number 3. This is essentially the Empress card. And the Empress feels, she feels connected to her body. She's germinating the soil. She takes care of herself. She takes care of her body. She speaks kind thoughts to herself. She's growing her manifestations in her womb. There's this imprint, this pattern that she's nurturing and taking care of. And I feel like this is you. You've been working on this and cultivating the soil within your own being, grounding in this higher vibration, this divine light that's coming into your energy, into your aura, into your body. Yeah, this blueprint, right? And a blueprint is a set of, it's like a map of an idea, of an intention, of growth, of something you're building and creating. And so you're grounding that into the physical, the physical realm. Oh my God, look, we have the root chakra. There's that seed, the seed of growth, the seed of love and intent. You're rooting something, grounding something. This one's a little graphic here. But she is nurturing the soil. She's planting those seeds into the earth. And we have this elephant here, which represents wisdom. There are, like, you have seeds of potential. There's a seed of potential that you're nurturing. Like I was saying, with the elephants and that wisdom, you are using the wisdom to set an intention, to manifest something, to grow something and nurture it from seed, nurture the roots. Maybe you've done a lot of healing on the root chakra. I mean, you have, in order for you to set these intentions of growth. Yeah, you've done a lot of healing work, and this is number 1. It's a new beginning. Coming into the fullness of your potential, your divine potential, your wisdom. Yeah, we have the sea turtle here, and that is about, the connection to Mother Earth, to the secrets of Mother Earth, going with the flow, diving deep into one's being to discover your truth. Yeah, with the squirrel here in the smoky quartz, in the soil. You've gone into the depths of your soil and healed the root chakra, your childhood wounds, any ancient old programming from all your incarnations in the past, and you've created new soil, new ground for you to plant and germinate in. Seeds of life. Wow, look, and you have the tree of life coming out with an 11, so we have 111 coming through. Your intentions are manifesting. Make sure that you're focusing on what you do want, what you don't want. What you are creating is something that is sustaining for future generations. Yeah, there's these, you're being blessed. Mother Earth is letting you know that these manifestations are definitely going to manifest. They are giving life to things that produce life. That the energetic stream is one that is long lasting. It is built on a solid foundation of love and nurturing energies. It is something that is, I want to say, like, approved, yes, you know what I mean, initiation into manifestation, working with Mother Earth, working with Source Creator to bring forth something new that is long-lasting and enduring and provides a tree of life and love for the generations to come after you. that is built on a place of wisdom, of balance, of equality. Yeah, see, and they are, these individuals, they are tending to this tree of life, to the soil, the masculine and feminine energies here, the frog of fertility and blessings of growth and transformation. And then we have the turtle here with the strength and the endurance to keep going and keep moving forward, with the wisdom of, you know, the physical realm as well as the spiritual realm here. Yeah, emerging out of the waters and into the light. Yeah, you've been in the cocoon and the womb and nurturing that growth, nurturing that manifestation in the sacral chakra. And now you're about to give birth and illuminate that manifestation. You're about to see it fully manifest into the physical realm. Woohoo! I'm so excited. What else do we have? We have ocean, the ebb and flow. Right? Okay, stay in your receiving energy and your feminine energy here. That's also part of the nurturing the growth. We have the sun rising. We have solitude. Make sure that you are protecting your energy, that you are staying in your center, not allowing any negativity into your sacred space. We have new moon and promise. Yeah, new beginnings. The sun is shining. New beginnings are about to take root. Oh, wow. We have courage. Look at that. Sacral. Solar plexus here. And the lion. Have the courage to stand in your truth, to stay in your light. And that's not saying that we won't have, I'm not saying to just ignore the dark or anything like that. I feel like you have been in the dark and you have illuminated the shadows. You've illuminated the fears and brought your loving, nurturing energies into those spaces that have been hidden within. And you have illuminated them, which is why you are growing and transforming and germinating something new within your own being. And so have the courage to shine your light, to express yourself, to express your truth. Know that this beginning is promised. You've been waiting for this, I feel like, a long time, and I feel like your spirit guides and Mother Earth have been waiting for this moment to take place, for this new beginning. Yeah, and see, there's this sun on the forehead of this tiger here, and for me that's the illumination and the healing of the mind, you know, the ego, and having the ego become your servants, the healing of the divine masculine, where the divine masculine is your cheerleader, you know, and actualizing this manifestation here, because the feminine, she can she brings in the ideas and she can give birth to the idea, but the divine masculine, he is what the energy that we need to make it happen, you know, to actualize it. So it's keeping that balance of the masculine and feminine energies here, and making sure that we are applying and knowing when to apply both. Ooh, you got freedom with the horse. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls to you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Yeah, you have freed yourself from this programming, these old limited ideas and beliefs and, you know, foundations that have been passed down genetically, ancestrally, even incarnationally, if that's even a word, but through your past lifetimes, you know, and you have freed yourself from that, and you're a very strong person. hold on to that strength and that courage. I love that you have these two really strong animal guides coming out for you. The lion that is very fierce and very protective and has the courage to stand in their truth and their honor. And we have the horse, which is a very wild spirit, and doesn't want to be tamed, but can be tamed, but is a very strong ally to work with as well. That wild spirit, that wild feminine energy that that it is beautiful when you see a woman in her power and her strength, who's not afraid to shine her light and be who she is. You have the bee community. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So bees are part of the Starseed Collective. There's a bunch of us here that are doing this work to bring forth this healing, nurturing energy, the seeds of new life, the seeds of potential, the seeds to build the tree of life that is sustaining and is built on a foundation of love and nurturing and balance of masculine and feminine energy, that is free to create, free to manifest the world of happiness and love and community and togetherness and wholeness. Yeah, and your light, your love is something that touches others. Just make sure to stay balanced in your giving and receiving. And this manifestation is definitely coming in for you. We have these, this blooming that's taking place right now. Oh my God, we have abundance. Yes, I'm grateful for the abundance nature and the universe provide in my life. Look at that abundance. Those blessings are pouring in. All this beautiful transformation that's taking place. And we have these fish jumping up out of the water. Your manifestation is something that is sustaining. It's long-lasting. It's generational wealth, generational freedom, financial freedom, prosperity. It's very nurturing, very healthy. It's growing, flourishing. You see the abundance that's pouring into her bowl. Her cup is overflowing. Her wisdom is overflowing. I feel like this is another Empress energy coming through here. Very empowering energies. Ooh, that is so beautiful. Stay in the divine flow, being open and receptive and knowing when to act and when to respond, when to, activate your courage, when to release yourself from any fears of the past, when to engage and shine your light, and when to retreat, and when to rest, to receive more information, more downloads, more illumination. Yeah, but I feel like this is the end of the old and the beginning of the new for you, pile number 3. This beautiful manifestation. I am so proud of you because this is beautiful, beautiful reading. And you should be very proud of yourself for all the work that you've been putting in. Beautiful seed. I love that you had the acorn come out. All right, so these wanted to come out in your reading just then. So I'm going to pull some of the crystal cards here for you. I wanted to work with some inner earth energy, some crystal allies, because these are like grounded physical representations of angels, okay? And so they're earth angels, and they hold frequency, they hold vibration, they have healing, they have wisdom within them. And so it is a physical symbol of an angel here on earth. And I wanted to see what messages they wanted to offer you, what guidance and support they want to offer to you during this reading. You may want to work with these crystals as well. We do have, if you aren't familiar, I do have a crystal shop, Oasis Sacred Spaces pop-up rock shop. You feel free to check out my offerings on the wall. Okay, this is way too many. I'm going to shuffle again, but I know I'm going to take those two. I'm just looking to get maybe one or two more. Okay, thank you. Beautiful. All right, let's see. We have Golden and Hydro Herkimer. Wow. Sunshine, vitality, and joy. Look at the light that's coming in. So much of the solar plexus. We have containing floating gold liquid. Golden Hydro Herkimer is named after the oil suspended within the crystal. Rare and possessing wisdom from the Himalayas, where it is found. This stone stimulates the third eye and enhances intuition and connection to the universe. Golden Hydro Herkimer promotes gender fluidity and acceptance, assisting in transitions, in connecting with one's gender, or healing wounds. Strongly tied to the solar plexus, Golden and Hydro Herkimer can clear out emotional baggage from many lifetimes. Live out loud and proud. That is beautiful. I'll make sure I'm recording. Okay. Just making sure. Number 2, we have the garnet. Sexuality, life force, and intensity. This is sexual healing in its highest form. Garnet is a stone of love, passion, and devotion, removing blocks to the desires of the heart. Step into your sexual power and embrace your body, removing all judgments that stand in the way of you and your pleasure. When used in tandem with tantric sex, garnet can heighten the experience, attracting partners that can help heal sexual trauma. Garnet helps identify and illuminating self-sabotaging behaviors, expanding your connection to mind, body, and spirit. That is so wild. I never knew that about garnet. I knew it was for the root chakra, but I had no clue it had such a healing energy for anybody who's had any of those sexual, traumas and everything like that in the sacral or the root chakra here. What can we say about the garnet for you? I mean, this may apply. I'm not sure if those are some of the wounds that you've had to heal within yourself, and I'm very sorry if that's so. I want to say in the second reading, I believe, we had some of that come through, so some of you may be coming over here from the second pile. If not, I would go ahead and check out that reading if you felt drawn to number 22 as well. 22, which is wild because 22 is a healing number, healing in relationships and such. But yeah, this is a great stone to work with to help you identify any of those self-sabotaging behaviors where you don't feel worthy and good enough. And I feel like you have already done that. So definitely working with this one to help create that sensual energy where you are still staying in your divine feminine and loving, the body, appreciating the physicalness of it, and staying in that sensual energy of receiving and creation. Okay, and the last one is watermelon tourmaline. Beautiful. Love, balance, and clarity. Relationships are the currency of life, and watermelon tourmaline raises awareness of soul agreements and your impact on other people's lives. This crystal is supercharged to activate the heart chakra, creating a divine connection between you and your higher self. Like the watermelon, it teaches you to enjoy the sweetness of life, remembering good things often take time to ripen. Watermelon tourmaline balances masculine and feminine energies, connecting your heart chakra to both the physical and spiritual aspects of yourself. I love that it said, to remember that when you are manifesting something, it takes time for those seeds to germinate and come to full bloom, right? Because there's a moment where that seed, like you have to nurture that seed, think of when you are planting seeds. You put the seed in the soil, and the soil has to have the right composition, right? It has to have the right growing, elements to it. It can't be too hard. It has to be very, like airy and, It has to be able to move and everything like that. When you put the seed in, you don't want it to be compacted and squish the seed and, you know, what is it, the, you know, too compressed. Think of smothering your children, you know what I mean? Like they can't grow, you end up stunting them. So there has to be enough space for the seed to grow. And then you have to nurture that seed with, you know, water, and making sure you're not adding too much water. And you have to make sure it's getting proper sunlight, you know, knowing when to apply heat and when to apply water to the soil. So, but then there's this moment where, I mean, and you have to know that the seed is growing beneath the soil. You can't see it yet. It hasn't quite busted through the surface. But you know in your heart and in your mind that that seed is growing. And any day it's going to be busting through the soil, and you will see your physical manifestation right before your eyes. You just have to keep doing what you're doing, pile number 3. Nurturing yourself, taking action when you need to take action. Keep freeing yourself from any limiting ideas and beliefs. And know that your manifestation is on its way to you, because it's coming into full manifestation. Just stay balanced and have patience. It's on its way. All right, pile number 3. These were your messages from Mother Earth. I'm sending you lots of love. If you resonated with this reading, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you don't feel like sharing your story, you can just let me know pile number 3 resonated with you. As always, I'm sending y'all lots of love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day.